YouTube is about to go through one of the biggest and scariest changes we've ever seen, and if you don't prepare for it, your channel will get left behind. Now, I spent the last 10 years studying YouTube. I read every single trends report, every algorithm update, and every insight YouTube releases. But most creators, probably like you, ignore these reports. And look, I get it, they do sound quite boring, but they're exactly what the biggest creators pay attention to, because they reveal what's coming before it happens. And YouTube's latest reports make one thing very, very clear. The entire playing field is about to change for all of us. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's going to change, but more importantly, at the end, I'll tell you exactly what you can do to prepare for it before these changes come into effect. Let's get into it. So, according to YouTube's 20th birthday report, the platform has spent the last 2 decades transforming itself from a simple video upload site into a very complex, multi-layered entertainment ecosystem. And what started out as a kind of like broadcast yourself kind of platform is now a broadcast everything platform. Like, they want you to post long form videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, shopping, and TV level productions all under one roof. This means that YouTube isn't just competing with the likes of TikTok or Instagram anymore. It's literally competing with Netflix, Disney Plus, and even your cable television. This means there are going to be 3 major shifts that YouTube is pushing, some of which have already started. And these shifts are going to affect everyone, even you and me. Now, I'll break them all down for you right now. Shift number 1, from mobile to living room. For the last 10 years, mobile viewers have dominated YouTube. 75% of all of my viewers came from mobile. But recently, there's been a big shift brewing, as more and more viewers now watch YouTube on TVs than ever before. And what's super interesting is that TV viewing is now the fastest growing screen segment on YouTube. So on a deeper level, this means that people aren't just scrolling or passively watching content anymore. They're now literally sitting down in front of the TV to watch creators like they would usually watch a normal TV show. And for creators who are targeting this demographic, this changes everything, because TV viewers prefer different pacing, different editing styles, and even different thumbnail design compared to mobile viewers. And that also means when someone's watching you on a 55-inch TV instead of a 5-inch phone, they're going to be expecting a Netflix-style storytelling ability. They definitely won't be wanting like flashy jump cuts or really intense editing. And this is why you're seeing a lot of creators start to shift more towards making really simple videos lately. Shift number 2, from local audiences to global communities. YouTube operates in over 100 different countries, and its content is now created in over 80 different languages. This means that most people's audiences are now majority international. Even for me, my home country of the UK only makes up around 8% of my audience. The rest is completely dominated by international viewers. This means a creator like me in London can now build a fan base in India, Brazil, Japan, literally overnight. Like, the walls and borders are gone, which is good for overall growth potential, but your local advantage is also now gone. Now you're competing globally, and the competition is a lot tougher. Shift number 3, from bootstraps to studios. Back in like 2010, being a YouTuber pretty much just meant owning a camera. But in 2025, being a YouTuber means running a full production pipeline. You've got scripting, editing, research, brand deals, posting schedules, the lot. And unfortunately, the era of single upload creators is now over, because YouTube doesn't want one-hit wonders anymore. It wants predictable, bingeable channels and brands. And you can see this happening already, because every new update they release, like the podcast tab or the shopping integrations or memberships, is designed for business owners, not solo hobbyists. And all of the big creators who are winning now usually have things like studios, proper systems, consistent formats, and sometimes even a full team of people behind them. Like, these guys aren't just uploading single videos, they're literally running small media companies with long-term strategies. Now, a lot of this might sound like doom and gloom to some of you, but beneath all of it is actually the biggest opportunity us as creators have ever been given. And the only way to win is to get ahead of the curve and embrace this evolution. And now this brings us on to YouTube's next generation report. Now, this is actually different to the previous report we just covered, and it's basically YouTube's official culture and trends deep dive that analyzes how the next generation of creators and viewers are going to change the platform. And it kind of like evaluates new behaviors, new content formats, and different cultural shifts that are going to shape YouTube's future direction and all of its features. And this stuff is really important to read because it highlights the creative shift led by Gen Z and Gen Alpha, and it's going to change how you create forever. Because Gen Z and Gen Alpha have never known a world without YouTube. Unlike me, a millennial, it wasn't until I was at least like 12 or 13 years old before I even heard of YouTube for the very first time. But the new generations of creators don't think of YouTube as a website or a social media platform. To them, it's the default language of culture. And as this generation begins to dominate the audience viewership of YouTube, this brings about some inevitable changes, which you are going to have to adapt to. Otherwise, you are going to be left behind. And here are 3 changes you can expect to see from 2026 onwards, led by the next generation. Number 1. They have an attention deficit by design. Now, Gen Z has grown up juggling YouTube, TikTok, Discord, Twitch, Facebook, and pretty much every social media out there, which means they're used to multi-layered, fast, information-dense storytelling at the click of a button. So unfortunately, what this means for you is if your hook doesn't grab them within the first 3 seconds, or if your pacing or storytelling stalls and dies out, those viewers are gone. And YouTube themselves in this report calls this creative maximalism. Because for Gen Z, silence kind of feels uncomfortable. Their attention is trained for constant stimulus. So your storytelling needs rhythm, not randomness. And if you want to target these as your audience base, this is what you're going to have to do. Number 2, the globalization of culture. And for these younger audiences, everything is global now. Like a meme that starts in Seoul, South Korea, could be trending in Manchester, UK the very next day. Like, for example, just look at that aura farming kid from Indonesia who went insanely viral across every platform worldwide, with literally everyone doing the same dance. Now, when I was growing up, that kind of reach on social media was literally impossible. But this report by YouTube highlights how creative influence can travel instantly across international borders, meaning your viewers aren't just comparing you to people in your own niche or your own country anymore. They're literally comparing you to creators across the entire world. Now, the good thing is, the next generation doesn't care where you're from. They only really care about whether or not your content feels global. And if you want to reach them, you have to speak the universal language of the internet and create videos that are easily understandable and relatable to anyone, anywhere. Number 3, we have from audience to co-creators. Now, for the next generation, the line between creator and viewer has completely disappeared. They don't just watch, they duet, they remix, they comment, they co-create, and they meme your videos into new trends. They kind of expect to be part of the story, not just the audience. And the creators they engage with the most aren't the ones who look perfect. They're the ones who kind of feel real and authentic. Because Gen Z can spot fake energy instantly. And they crave honesty, they crave vulnerability, and they crave identity over perfection. They want to see the process of your content, like the mistakes you make and all the experiments, because that's what makes them feel like they're creating with you, not just consuming from you. Now, a great tool a lot of these guys are using for things like remixing and co-creating is Nexus Clips. It's an AI tool that clips up any long-form videos into shorts, and the AI will basically identify all of the potential viral scenes within a video and then clip up to create multiple different shorts. It has things like facial recognition, it can also add subtitles automatically, and all that kind of stuff. And it's an easy way to automatically just clip up a long form video into multiple different shorts that you can all edit, personalize, and then upload straight away to YouTube. And creators in niches such as gaming, streaming, or podcasting are seeing huge benefits from reposting clips as shorts these days, so give it a try. But anyway, that kind of concludes the next generation report. And this now brings us on to the most important section of this entire video, which is the globalization of YouTube and how it's going to affect you. Because these days, the biggest competitor in your niche isn't in your own country anymore. It's probably going to be a creator from Indonesia, Brazil, or even India, like the kind of creator that's editing faster, uploading more, and being able to reach your audience easier by using things like subtitles and auto dubbing. And YouTube's latest report makes one thing very, very clear. The playing field is global now. The algorithm simply doesn't care where you're from anymore. If there's a creator in Tokyo or Berlin or Mumbai who hooks a viewer quicker and then keeps them watching even just a little bit longer than you do, YouTube will recommend their video more than yours, even to your own audience. And that means your content is competing globally, whether you like it or not. And what's mind-blowing is the fact that over 80% of YouTube's traffic now comes from outside of the USA. And more than 2 billion people log into YouTube every single month. And you might also be surprised to hear that India is now YouTube's biggest market with over 450 million users. And then even Brazil, Japan and Indonesia are among the top 5 for watch hours, which is just crazy to me. And as YouTube releases new updates on things like subtitles or dubbing or multilingual audio tracks, the language barrier between creators and international viewers is disappearing faster than ever. So with everything that's changing, from the rise of the next gen to the globalization of culture, here's exactly what I'm doing to personally prepare for this new era of YouTube. And if you want to stay relevant and stay growing heading into 2026, I'd recommend you start thinking the same way too. Number 1, make your content globally understandable. You need to create videos that anyone, anywhere can understand, even without subtitles. That means relying more on visual storytelling and emotion rather than complex language. If someone can grasp your idea through expressions or visuals or demonstrations, the algorithm can then push your content into any country in any language, and that means a lot more views. Number 2, use YouTube's new translation tools. YouTube has been quietly building a globalization toolkit right into the platform. They now support like automatic captions in multiple languages, AI dubbing, and multilingual audio tracks, and even translation options for titles and descriptions. So start experimenting with those tools. A single translated video can literally double your potential audience overnight. Number 3, choose topics with universal appeal. The future of YouTube favors creators who make content that travels across borders. So focus on timeless human topics, things like creativity, self-improvement, success, money, emotion, or transformation. And always avoid hyperlocal references or like inside jokes or slang, because your video needs to make sense to a viewer in Sao Paulo and a viewer in Singapore at the same time. And if you can do that, you've unlocked global scale. Then number 4, we have learn from international creators. Don't just study Western YouTubers. You need to start analyzing creators from Asia, South America, and Europe. You need to look at how they edit, how fast they hook viewers in, how they structure their videos, how they structure their stories, and how they design their thumbnails. You'll quickly notice a lot of global creators are innovating faster, testing harder, and pushing creative boundaries in a way that most Western creators simply aren't yet. And there's a lot you can learn from them. Number 5, upload consistently across time zones. Now, if your audience is global, your upload timing strategy needs to be global too. Check your YouTube analytics. It shows you exactly where your viewers are located and when they're online. Use that data to test multiple different upload times. Remember, YouTube is 24/7. Whilst you're asleep, someone on the other side of the world might be discovering your video for the very first time. Number 6 is treat your channel like a business, because that's exactly how YouTube wants you to treat it now. So start thinking like a studio, not just a solo uploader. The creators who will thrive in this new global environment are the ones who build teams, systems, and scalable formats. YouTube is rewarding professionals now who treat their channels like proper media companies. Now, if you want help building a channel that can actually survive these changes, one that's structured and monetized and scalable, then that's exactly what I teach inside of the YouTube Wealth Academy. It's my full step-by-step system where I show you how to grow, monetize, and build sustainable YouTube businesses that lasts. No matter how much the algorithm changes, it doesn't matter. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to check it out. Otherwise, just keep creating, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video that pops up here. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.